Getting gray hair is a natural part of the aging process, and usually people from different racial backgrounds tend to gray at different ages of their lives. For example, people from Caucasian backgrounds tend to start graying in their mid 30s. People with Asian ethnicity tend to gray around their late 30s, and people from African or African American backgrounds will experience graying in their early to mid 40s. The reason for this is the pigment on your hair is melanin, and as you age, the production of this pigment reduces, which causes graying. This is why people with more melanin will lose this melanin at a slower pace than people who had less melanin to begin with. When we talk of premature graying, this also has to do a lot with the ethnicity of the person experiencing this. Caucasians, for example, premature graying is any graying that happens before the age of 20. And for people of any other racial background, it's graying that will occur before the age of 30. And this can occur for many reasons. If you're somebody who doesn't consume a lot of iron-rich food, if you don't have access to a lot of vitamin D or vitamin B1, you may experience premature graying. And so if you've noticed that you've started getting gray hair, maybe addressing some of these deficiencies either through supplements or through your diet can help slow down that process. Another thing that can lead to premature graying can be certain medical conditions. There are certain rare cases like vitiligo, alopecia, thyroid disorders, and certain other medical conditions that can cause premature graying. If you experience a very sudden onset of premature graying, especially if this is accompanied by other symptoms, you may want to look into exploring other medical reasons why this could be happening. Finally, one of the things that researchers are still looking into is stress. There is still studies that are ongoing that are trying to find a correlation between chronic stress and premature graying. If you're somebody that is exposed to high levels of chronic stress, be it through your job or your daily life, this can also lead to premature graying. And that's because chronic stress actually damages melanin production, which, as we know, is the pigment that causes the pigment in hair.